continuously. But we are our thoughts and feelings. We feel like just we delude ourselves with it's still there. We are gonna watch another video about Buddha's teachings, and I'll keep talking.
Once upon a time, a man came to see Buddha. He seemed very depressed. Buddha asked him the reason. The man said, "Oh Lord, I am going through mental agony due to problems in my life, and I don't know how to solve it. Situation is getting worse and worse." He asked Buddha, "Please tell me that why I suffer a lot and why it happens to me." Buddha listened to the man with patience and said, "Well, tell me one thing. Suppose you are walking through a forest. Suddenly, someone fired an arrow at you. You are hit by an arrow which really hurts you. It is very painful and you feel that physical pain in your body. You remove that arrow from your body and try to relax. But then, suddenly, a second arrow comes from somewhere and hit you at the same place in your body where the first arrow hit you. Now tell me that, do you think the second arrow will be even more painful than the first arrow?" Man said, "Yes, Lord, the second arrow will be even more painful. Its pain will be unbearable." Then Buddha said, "You see, my friend, in life, we can't control the first arrow, which are the painful events and experiences, like losing our loved ones, getting failure, getting aged, and contracting disease, etc. We have to bear the pain of first arrow. However, second arrow is our reaction to the first, which is to judge, which is to criticize ourselves, which is to become angry, which is to frustrate and to hate others. The first arrow is due to our past karma, which we have performed in the past. We have no control over it. We have to bear it. Whereas the second arrow is optional. The first arrow represents a pain which we all have to go through due to inevitable problems in our life. Whereas the second arrow represents suffering which we cause ourselves by reacting negatively to it. You cannot save yourself from first arrow, but yes, you can save yourself from second arrow. Always remember that pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. After listening to these words by Gautam Buddha, the man's face lit up and he understood the difference between pain and suffering. If we see in our life, we will find that this happens to all of us. Anytime in our life, we suffer misfortune. Two arrows fly our way. The first arrow is the actual bad event, which can indeed cause pain. The second arrow represents our reaction to the bad event. The second arrow is the suffering we cause to ourselves due to worrying too much, by getting frustrated, by feeling guilt or regret, by blaming and criticizing ourselves or others. We start feeling bad about our situation, and thus suddenly we start feeling even worse. We need to wipe the second arrow, which is in our hand. Only then we shall be able to prevent ourselves from more pain and harshness. Therefore, whenever you are going through difficult times in your life, always remember that pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. This is Words of Wisdom, inspirational story. Thanks for watching.
Yes. So this is very important teaching why we have to let go. So if we don't let go of something, it means we want to get second arrow, third arrow, first arrow. Yeah. So that's why we have to let go. I think you already know, you understand, we have to let go, but it's not working well. That's why we are struggling with letting go. I love the, Buddha's teaching this, pain is inevitable, the suffering is optional. When I saw this video, I felt like, oh, I always choose the suffering. I know it's just that pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. So please don't choose the option. Yes. So So I want to ask you these two questions. Do you want to let go and feel free versus do you want to let go and, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, do you want, okay, the question was, do you want to just hold on to and feel, suffer? That's the next one. So it's up to you. But the point is, again, if we don't let go, you're choosing another suffering. So let me share my story quickly. Last week, I had some situation with my car, and then I was overcharged a lot, around $1,000. Yeah, it's a mechanic thing, but I don't know much about cars. That's why I was overcharged by the mechanic. But after that, during the day, whole day, I was suffering by the money and then his attitude, because I'm a language problem, so I'm not good at English, particularly on the phone. But I explained. I was told that he had to repair something, and anyway, so I got the invoice, and then the payment was crazy. So during the day, I was really upset, and then I kept thinking, oh my gosh, I met a really bad person. That's why I had to pay a lot of money. And then I just, got to the Dharma hall, and I meditate. I started meditating to let go of my feelings, because it was really painful as a monk, as the head monk, to manage the temple. Spending too much money is painful. And at the moment, I thought about just myself, not his attitude, behaviors. I thought about myself. First, everything was my fault, because first, he explained everything in English, but I didn't hear well. Yeah, it was fun talking. And second one is, I didn't have enough information about cars. That's why he explained everything. And I said yes about the repairment. That's why I got the invoice. And still, I was holding on to the pain and then blaming on him. There was my suffering. So at the moment I noticed what I've done to him, I just let go of the feeling, and then I felt free. Yes. So this is our reality. I think you guys all made these kind of unfair situations, uncomfortable situations. But the point is, if you hold on to the feelings, you are the only one who feels suffer. And yeah, that's it. Then how can you let go? Letting go is all about trusting your true nature. I love Venerable he said, mind is the master. Right. Your mind, your true nature is the master over your body. So first, have faith in your true nature. Stay mindful that everything you do, feel, and think originates from your true nature. And your true nature will take care of everything. So please accept, again, I told you, everything, the suffering and feeling and thoughts from your mind, they are released. But still, we hold on to the thoughts and feelings. It means we need to accept the truth, the fact that it's already gone. That's the only thing we have to do in letting go. But at the same time, we trust the Buddha nature will take care of everything. And second, unconditionally entrust everything to your true nature. Why I'm talking about this is, people only want to let go of their bad feelings. But when you let go your feelings and thoughts, you should let go both of bad and good. Because that's the way you can, go to the middle path. But if you are biased to only one thing, it's like I'm talking cherry pick letting go. You shouldn't do that. If you have to let go of something, you should let go both, because this is the only way you can bring peace and balance in your practice and life. Yes, so negative feelings, in terms of negative feelings, let go of them and raise positive thoughts. Because even if you let go of your one bad feeling, but again, it comes back immediately, then you can let go. But at the same time, you should raise positive thoughts. Your positiveness is the best way to, transform the negativities. So remember, you would have to raise positive thoughts. And overwhelming happiness. Let go of it with heartfelt gratitude and genuine humility. Because if you hold on to the, happiness, you would have more expectation, and you can be arrogant with your happiness. Again, you don't want to let go of the happiness, so many people tend to have, okay, I did good job, and then and it makes us feel arrogant. So yeah, that's why you need to let go of good feelings. So I'm gonna wrap up the teaching with my master teachings. Both good things and bad are all happening on the same blind path. Let go of everything that happens there and set yourself free from that rotted trail. One day, one of the students asked my master, because she had a lot of Dharma talks for 20 years, and then the disciple asked her, why do you never scold us falling asleep or losing attention to Dharma talk? And my master smiled and said, think about the sun. It gives a lot of light to animals and to grass, but it never, the sun never sets and expect to get, reward from our consummates. It just gives light. That's the practice. So whenever I have expectation or reward or something good outcome from my practice or from my members, I just try to let go, and then I remind my master teachings. Thank you.
Thank you, Venerable, for your kind talk, very insightful in terms letting go is important, because that can create a lot of turmoil